This is question 20 of paper 2 from the TMUA 2020 exam. So in this question, we're told that x is a real number and f is a function, and we're given a bunch of statements about x and f here. So some conditions on x that imply some condition on f, or some conditions on f that imply some condition on x. And we're told that only one of them of these statements is true, so only one of them can be true. So which one is it? So that means some of the statements will be contradicting each other, and you want to know which one contradicts nothing. Okay, so the first thing I think we should do is we should try and convert each of these statements into implications. So, for example, the first one is saying x is bigger than or equal to 0 only if f of x is less than 0. That means if x is bigger than or equal to 0, then we know that f of x is less than 0. Similarly, x is less than 0, x is less than 0 if f of x is greater than or equal to 0 means that if f of x is greater than 0, then we know that x is less than 0. And statement C is very similar to statement 1. It's saying that if x is greater than or equal to 0, it's saying x is greater than or equal to 0 only if f of x is greater than or equal to 0. So this is just saying x is greater than or equal to 0 implies that f of x is greater than or equal to 0. Statement D is similar to statement B. So this time we just have that x being less than 0 implies that f of x is less than 0. Statement E is similar to statement A and C. So that one just say that f of x being greater than or equal to 0 implies that x is greater than or equal to 0. And F is an if and only if statement, so there's two parts to it. The first part is that if x is less than 0, then f of x is bigger than or equal to 0. And the second part is if f of x is bigger than or equal to 0, then x is less than 0. Now, each of these statements also implies something about, or also imply other things, which we should look at now. So in particular, what we're looking at is the contrapositive of each statement. So the contrapositive of statement A is that if we know that f of x is less than or equal to 0, then we know that x is actually less than 0, because otherwise this would hold. Similarly, I've written down the contrapositive for every single statement here. So, yeah, and I've written down the contrapositive for both statements that apply in f. And now the goal is to try and find in all these statements some statements that contradict each other. So if we look at that, let's look at f first. Well, if we look at f, then we know that f, this line here, is the same as this line here. So that means f actually implies b. So if f was true, then b would be true as well. So both f and b are false. Similarly, if we look at b now, then this statement here is the same as this statement here. So b actually implies a. So if b were true, then a would be true as well. So that means a is false. Now, since we know a is false, we can also look at statement A and statement C together. Well, these two statements directly contradict each other because they're saying opposite things about what happens when x is greater than or equal to 0. So that means A and C cannot be true at the same time. And they cannot be false at the same time as well. Since we know A is already false, that tells us directly that C is true. So that means our answer is C.